Hi guys, so we looked at GitHub in the previous video. In this video, we're going to be looking at installing Git on your machine, right? We're going to have Git sitting on our computer. So we're going to look at installing for Mac OS and for Windows. I'm going to give you access to this file so you can actually go through step by step how to install if you didn't get it in the video, right? But first step is that you need to check on your machine if you already have Git. So if you're using a Mac, it sometimes comes inbuilt. If not, you can still install it. But if you're using Windows as well, you can check out if you have it or not. So you go to something called terminal. The screen looks very loud. So take this out. Move to bin. All right. Oh, sorry, let's just focus on this. So yeah, if you're using Windows, you just come to your stats menu and then search for with command prompt. So bring you something like this. So you're looking for something called command prompt. For Mac, it's terminal, right? And all you need to do is just type git and then dash version. Yeah, you just want to see if you have Git, so to show you the version of Git you have. So git space dash version. When I hit enter, it shows me that I have Git, but it's Git 2.15.0. so I have Git, so I don't have to install it. But if you don't, you need to go through this process of installing Git. One quick way of how to do it is there's a Mac installer, but I sometimes just prefer Homebrew. So Homebrew is how you manage packages and installations on Mac. If you're not using a Mac, you can just fast forward this, right? And to do that, to install Git, you just need to say brew git, and it would normally check and update brew before it installs Git. And then once that is installed, you hit enter in the terminal. So basically, I'll type that here. So it'll be here, right here. I'll just do brew git, but I already have it, so I don't want to do that. Git, something like this. That's what I'll do, and hit enter. But because I already have it, I'm not going to do that. So basically, and then you can check to see that if it is there by doing the git dash version, right? And then once that's done, you can configure your username and email. All right, so you need to type git config, and so git space config. So I'll type this right here. So you can just copy and paste as well, right? And just change the values. So you can do git config in terminal. Just come here and type it here, or just paste it here. So username will be Edison. So you either type this git config dash global. Basically, why do you need to put in your username? So that people can know when you write your files on your desktop and you want to push it to the internet, right? People will know that it's coming from you because it will have your signature as the author of the code, right? That's why you need this. So put the config, and then your user.email is also the email address. So you do the same thing, copy and paste after the first step, and hit enter. All right. For most users, probably be using Windows, so we're gonna just look at that. Different ways you can install with Windows is sometimes the Git SCM. All right. So this website, either you go to this website to install, right, and then you would have to go to the download. It will show you if you're downloading for Mac or for Windows. Mostly, the reason why people would like to go through the Git SCM is that it gives you the updated version every time you go here to download, right? You can see that the release for this was 10/22/2020, right? So you get the current Git version if you use this process, right? You get the actual current Git version, all right? It's similar if you just go to Git for Windows installer, all right? So there's Git for Windows. So either you use git-scm.com, or it takes you straight to Git for Windows, and you can just download the Git SCM to Windows. Pretty much the same, right? And just follow the process. Once it's downloaded, just install Git. Just follow the process and install Git, right? So just follow the instruction, and then you can open command prompt and or git bash. Once you install on Windows, you would find a command prompt or something called git bash on your Windows. So go to the search and click on git bash, and it will show up. Or just do command prompts is even okay, and just now check git dash version and see if it is already installed. All right. The final step, which is kind of pretty new, it's something called the Github Desktop, right? It's a pretty awesome tool as well. We're not going to delve too much into it, but there's something called the Github Desktop, I think it's desktop.github.com. Let me just check. .github.com. Yep, that's it. So basically, it's another way you can work with Git. So you can download whichever version you have for Windows or for Mac. And so once you install it, it looks like this once it's installed, right? And you've signed in, because it would ask you for prompts to sign in. So it gives you access to your GitHub repositories, what you have on the internet, right? Remember, I had this on my files on the internet. If we check my GitHub files, where is my GitHub? All right. Oh, okay. Now let's open a new file so you can see that. So if you check GitHub, so you see I have code reads, parallel B, HTML tutorials, all of that. That's the same thing that is showing on GitHub here. Code with extra, code with first class. So these are all my repositories. So it shows you, gives you access to all my repositories, right? I can also add an existing repository for my hard drive. So for my computer, I can also pro tip, which is what I really like, and it's cool, is that you can drag and drop an existing repository folder here to add it to the desktop, right? But we're going to be working more with just using Visual Studio Code and connecting to Git, because that's kind of what is popular right now. And at some point we'll look at this as well, but for now, make sure that you've installed Git. And once you do git version, you should see your version. If you're having any problems, please make sure you go to support or comment down below this video, and I'll make sure to fix that for you, or help you out to kind of figure out how to fix that. But if Git is already installed, I'll see you in the next video where we'll start to write Git commands. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video.